When Donald Trump ran for president, he made a promise above all others. He would end America's foreign conflicts fast and bring prices down. 5 months into his administration, the United States is instead conducting what Senate Democrats call an open-ended military conflict with Iran, launched, they say, without a clear plan and executed without a coherent strategy. The financial toll is real. Gas prices are up, monthly bills are climbing, and Congress has not formally authorized this war. On the Senate floor this week, Democrats invoked the Constitution's war powers framework and called for a vote to end the conflict before more money is spent and more damage is done to working families.
This war will go down in history as one of the greatest strategic failures in modern American history. It was launched without a clear plan, executed without a coherent strategy, and has become a costly, self-inflicted disaster for the American people. We were told this president would bring peace and lower prices. Instead, he has given us war, pain, and higher prices. And what is President Trump doing? Pouring billions of tax dollars into an open-ended war in Iran. This reckless war is driving up monthly bills and making everyday life harder for working families. President Trump has made it clear that he doesn't factor in how Americans are doing financially. So I ask my colleagues, how many more billions of dollars must families pay at the pump? How many more empty promises must be made from an out-of-control administration before this body finally acts? Under the Constitution, we have the power to end this war today. Let's use it. I urge my colleagues to vote yes on this resolution.
Those arguments on the Senate floor are not abstract to the people paying for this conflict at the pump. House Democrats took cameras to ordinary Americans, including military veterans, to ask what they make of a war that many say contradicts everything they were promised during the campaign. What emerged was a portrait of broken trust. Voters who believed the president when he said it would end quickly, now watching it drag into its 5th month with no exit in sight. For many, the anger is no longer quiet. The economic squeeze and the absence of a clear strategy have turned early disappointment into something sharper and harder to dismiss.
Well, Americans aren't against the war.
That's not what Trump's supporters are saying.
This war is senseless. It is not our fight.
We're 5 months in with no clear end in sight. How does that make you feel?
Angry, disappointed, but I went from disappointment now to anger.
It would be nice if we didn't have so many wars or whatever's going on and the government is hiking up our gas prices. I'm hoping it'll change soon, but from what I've seen in the military, it just, greedy people get greedier.
Well, it upset me that he, told everybody he was gonna end it quick. And now it started all over again, so I'm not happy with that.
The Iran conflict is not the only place where critics say the administration has put personal relationships ahead of the public interest. House Judiciary Democrats this week turned their attention to FIFA President Gianni Infantino, who they say has become a near-constant presence at Trump's side on diplomatic trips worldwide. The relationship has produced tangible results. A federal judge dismissed a high-profile FIFA bribery case after the Department of Justice said it no longer fit the administration's priorities. FIFA also rents office space from Trump Tower in New York and is set to collect World Cup revenue tax-free. Democrats say the pattern raises serious questions about who is directing the DOJ's enforcement decisions and why.
I understand sports really well. Really well.
No sports leader in the world has as close a relationship with President Trump as Gianni Infantino, the president of FIFA.
President Trump finally has his Peace Prize. No, not the Nobel Peace Prize. This one is the FIFA Peace Prize.
We have seen this head of FIFA almost everywhere in places that it's shocking to actually see him. He has been by President Trump's side, but there is a mutually beneficial part of this for Infantino.
A federal judge has now dismissed a high-profile case involving a FIFA bribery scandal at the request of the DOJ, saying it no longer fits the Trump administration's priorities.
FIFA has rented office space from Trump Tower in New York. The pricing for tickets is dynamic, and FIFA is going to collect all of that money tax-free.
Infantino has been seen on trips all around the world with Donald Trump and really become almost a member of his entourage. His trips often end with a gift or a special honor for Donald Trump.
The FIFA case is one piece of a larger pattern that Democratic lawmakers argue runs through the entire Department of Justice. And at the center of it is the man Trump has nominated to be the next Attorney General. Todd Blanche served as Donald Trump's personal defense lawyer before joining the administration. Now, according to Oversight Democrats, he has become the architect of a cover-up that directly harms survivors. 3 million Epstein-related documents remain unreleased, and investigators say victims have been put at risk. Any senator who votes to confirm Blanche, they argue, is endorsing that record. The campaign to stop his confirmation is now united across the Democratic caucus, with pressure squarely on the Senate to act.
Todd Blanche is at the top of our list.
The Senate must not confirm Todd Blanche.
Any member of the United States Senate who votes to confirm Todd Blanche is complicit in the cover-up of the Epstein files.
Todd Blanche has been the architect of this White House cover-up.
Todd Blanche cannot be confirmed by the Senate.
Todd Blanche should not be confirmed as the next Attorney General.
I can't believe Todd Blanche is even being considered for Attorney General at this point.
Every single member of the United States Senate should vote no on this confirmation.
We're talking about someone that has not released the Epstein files, 3 million documents left, someone that put survivors in danger by doxing them, and someone that worked with Donald Trump on weaponizing the Department of Justice. Oversight Democrats are demanding and asking the Senate to not confirm Todd Blanche.
The Senate confirmation vote is approaching, and Democrats are using every available platform to make their case before it happens. In this CNN appearance, the argument against Todd Blanche is stated as plainly as it has been anywhere, that he has never stopped being Donald Trump's personal lawyer, that the Epstein investigation is being actively buried, and that victims of that abuse are still waiting for justice. Democrats are pushing for Blanche to appear before their committee before the Senate votes. That testimony has not yet been scheduled. What follows is the clearest, most pointed, on-the-record summary of why. According to the opposition, this confirmation would represent a historic failure of congressional oversight.
I think a lot of us, certainly Democrats that have been working with the Department of Justice on the Epstein investigation, are very concerned that, of course, both of them are going to cave and finally confirm Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche, as he has said himself, is Donald Trump's personal lawyer. He was Donald Trump's lawyer before he was appointed to the Department of Justice. He has consistently put people's lives in danger from the survivor perspective. They've told those stories themselves. And he has completely, and we believe, led this cover-up of the Epstein investigation. Now, why he won't release all the files, why he won't bring survivors justice, why he won't go after for convictions against the powerful men who raped and abused women and children, these are the questions that need to be answered. We also believe that he needs to be in front of our committee, which he has refused to do. Fortunately, we're pushing him. We hope to get him soon, and he looks like he's going to be coming in, but that should be happening before this confirmation process. So he should not receive a single vote.
What connects these 5 clips is a single question that goes unanswered in all of them. Who is this government working for? Americans are paying more at the pump for a war they did not choose. A global sports body with financial ties to the president walks away from a federal bribery case. And the man poised to run the Justice Department built his career defending the person now signing the executive orders. The Senate vote on Todd Blanche's confirmation will be a test of whether the chamber's oversight function still means anything. We will keep watching. That is the D.C. brief.